بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Continuing from the last audio, as I promised that there will be upcoming audios regarding how this curse of the dowry affects different relations. Today I'll speak about the mother-in-law. The mother-in-laws are normally looked down upon as the wicked, evil witches who are there to break marriages and victimize the daughter-in-laws and just have complete control over their son actually, and that's about it. That's mostly the picture that you see in the media, and mostly girls get married in their minds, listening to the stories of other women around them. They think that this is who a mother-in-law is, unless, of course, there are many who really want to have a clear slate and see their mother-in-laws for who they really are, and maybe they've had a counseling, premarital counseling from PRC, so that they know better. So I'm today I won't be talking about those. I'll be talking about the most percentage of women who just go with the image of a witch waiting for their blood, and they do everything to escape her, mostly. But you see, today, while researching and while really thinking about this whole Jahez curse thing, I came to realize and empathize with this mother-in-law who has put in all her youth and her life savings and her efforts into this son, who is now a young man with fresh blood and energy, and he's capable of. He is mostly, now that he's going to be married, he's mostly earning it now after so many years. And then there's a new girl who is to come, and of course she has rights over him. That is definitely known by the mother-in-law, but she is not really ready to give those rights to her. And there's a whole behind the scene thing that happens. The mother-in-law is just like another woman. She's just another woman. Sometimes if she's abused, or she's traumatized, or she has had to face a lot of difficulties and has been in a very unhealthy relationship, then she has broken spirit, and she's not very healthy self-esteem wise, or now that she's old, she's not even looking as pretty as the daughter-in-law to be, who'll be coming up with all the dowry and brand new furniture and a very fine room and curtains and carpets and a newly made and renovated washrooms, or a new car in case of elite. So this, even if she's well maintained, she's old. She knows that. So, and from this relationship as a mother-in-law, then the couple needs wisdom. They need compassion. They need correct guidance. So the mother-in-law needs to be in a very comfortable place with the relation that's happening. That's going to take place between the son and the daughter-in-law. Therefore, it is very crucial for the couple and everyone in the family that the mother-in-law is in a very healthy state, emotionally, physically. Sometimes even if it's not physical health, if it's emotional health, it does the trick. But what does dowry do to this health? Does dowry have an impact on it? You see, when we take dowry, mostly it has a lot of show off thing related to it, and everyone, all the relatives, come around and they have a look and give their compliments or comments, and if they're nice, they feel good towards the daughter-in-law. If they're not so nice, they feel they make it them they give a bad feeling towards the daughter-in-law. You see, when the sisters of the mother-in-law come, and they have more say in her case to what is good and what isn't, regardless of its quality or its price. She's going to listen to what they're saying. She's going to have an effect, and she's going to feel like, okay, they didn't give us good things, or okay, this wasn't a good quality thing, or they didn't spend enough. They could have made a somewhat more effort. There's a entitlement attached to dowry, which shouldn't be. I mean, dowry is an oppression in itself, and so we oppress those parents of the girl. Two, we feel entitled to it. So, from Sunnah, if you are bragging about a sin, that is the worse than committing the sin itself. If you're bragging about, and you're arrogant, and you're just just showing it off, like, oh my God, that's the biggest sin, that's the biggest dowry, or the what a furniture I've milked them for. It's you're arrogantly boosting your sin, and that we are accustomed to as a society. We don't even see it as a sin. So while she's getting her inputs, and if they're positive, she's going to look at her own furniture lying next to the brand new furniture, or her appliances lying next to the brand new appliances, and she's going to feel insecure. It's just going to make her realize how old she really is. She does not need to feel old. She needs to feel wise. She needs to feel someone who knows more, who's seen more, who's learned more, who is there to guide them better. She is not there to be compared. It's not a beauty competition. It's not a youth competition. So with dowry, you make it physical. It wasn't as physical before. No one was pointing to her hair, her white hair, or her nose, or her physique. No one was pointing that and saying, look at yourself and look at your daughter-in-law. She's so young. That's understood. That is not going to be the case. No one's going to do that. But she herself would. She would see. She would see. She would think about her days. Her days of the youth. The days of health and energy, and the days of love, which we in our society, in our culture, we lose, because I don't know for what reason we don't see that husbands or wives should have a very loving relationship towards each other, which others or they should be cordial towards each other in front of others. For some reason it's a taboo. Therefore, their relationship is not as fine as well by that time. It's just, they're just two roommates tolerating each other, helping each other out in most cases when there's a need, because you've gotten used to each other. So dowry when makes this old lady, who's supposed to be the wise one of the house, makes her feel really old and obsolete and outdated with her appliances of old times, and her furniture that maybe had to be thrown away or given away somewhere, that she loved and she had attachments to, because they were given by her parents. It was given by her parents. So when she has to throw it away or give it away, or to throw things away to make room for this new dowry, and this new girl coming, so she's not just had to share her son, all the life's work. She's has to throw away things which she valued so much. And what do you think, what kind of feelings will that create in this woman who needs to be the head, the sensible head of the house? I mean, we just creating a witch out of herself with our customs. We are expecting a mere human being to be too much, to be एक बहुत ही आला ज़र्फ का इंसान जो है वो इस माशरे में expect karna. I feel it is unjustified. I feel it's too much of an expectations on one person. I feel like if I was in her place, I would terribly fail at being the sensible one, and I would definitely feel hurt. And then you have the daughters pointing things at the daughter-in-law's things, that okay mom, that's what I want to, and that's what I want, and so your list of dowry that you're capable of buying, or you've thought that you'll give to your daughter, has increased just because your daughters, if they're not sensible or wise enough and they've seen those things and they like them, they're just saying okay fine, I've been sitting around waiting for years for my dowry. One day I haven't been using bed sheets and appliances that I like, so I like this as well, and she's got it, so I want it too. So there's this is the kind of effect that this poor lady at this age has, and her husband, if he's not smart enough or wise enough at that point, he might as well do the same. Just make her realize what her parents gave and what the daughter-in-law is bringing, and just, really set her up for the fights